Hey guys, it's Clint and Chelle.
Hi guys.
She is behind me still, obviously. Uh, Wanting to finish up the cover, and we showed you the one fabric we were thinking about for the spine. I wasn't happy with it. To me, it was too big, and we went out looking for something, and I found this. Shell asked me a question, I think it was yesterday. She says, what is an animal you think of at Christmas? And I think the obvious answer, of course, would be a reindeer. But also, was thinking about it for a second. I thought, I think of a cardinal, even though we don't have those here, as a Christmas. You think it as a winter bird or. But I didn't, we were trying not to make this a Christmas journal. That was kind of our whole intention when we were doing it.
Yeah, the theme ones don't go over.
Yeah, the theme ones really aren't as popular, and not just that, I just would rather, we did the Christmas ones already. So, we went out and we found this. I really like this. Now I have these. I believe they're 10. They were in a pack. I'm pretty sure they're 10 by 10. They might be 12. 10. I have 3 of them, and that's all I have. So I'm gonna have to cut them down. First things first is I'm going to go ahead and do the binding. Will be the first part of it. Let me put my... And, so I'm going to go ahead and do a 2-inch binding. My mat must have been just warm enough to... So, I got my...
I thought you were going to cut down the thing first.
My what thing?
Cut down the, the binding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I forgot.
And, let me see what's inside. Remember I told you when you have a dark fabric, and it's harder to see on a light, or on a darkish mat. I can see where it's been pinkied there. And I'm going to go ahead and do a 2-inch. By all rights, hopefully, good Lord willing, that will give me a 2-inch. So that should give me right about a half inch on each side, give it probably a little bit less. But so I'm going to cut this first and then go from there. I'm hoping that I have enough to do the spine, but the spine's a 2-inch spine anyway, so it's really not that big of a deal. I should have enough, and since I'm cutting it 2-inch, that way I don't have to worry about it, because it's only one strip. And I've already got my sticky crap on my interfacing. That's what I was doing this morning. I was getting everything prepped and ready for our video. Not 100% sure how many of these I'm going to need. Should have plenty to do it. And then I'll show you the inside fabric. We just chose the inside fabric. So, but yeah, the binding will look, I think will look really nice. Whenever you guys cut fabric, if your thing is skipping your rotary tool, if that's what you use, if you got a thing that is connected, like a strand, it's best not to pull it. It's best to cut that, because it will actually pull the strand out from so it'll make it pucker. So you have to kind of watch that. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday. It's Sunday here. I have to work tomorrow. I have to work Monday, so Gotta go to the wonderful world of Durango. And got a few over there to do. That looks like, let's see, should have 5 pieces total that doesn't look like, that can't be 10 inches because there should be 5 at 2 inches. So, must have, well, it says 10 inches, but that piece isn't no 2 inches wide. So, let me see, I think I'll be able to just use the 2. I really don't think I'm going to have more than that, truthfully. But yeah, so I'll be in Durango when you guys watch this. Chelle probably won't go. She woke up, her neck was hurting really bad. She hasn't been feeling very good with stomach. Upset stomach's been lately, so ever since we ate Mexican, at least that's what I'm saying. I didn't have Mexican because I don't like Mexican food. I had me a hamburger steak. That's what I always.
I don't know how you can't like it.
I don't know how I can't like it. I just don't. I'm not. That Chinese food. I did like. I don't like seafood either. Not that I'm picky. I got sick on homemade tartar sauce when I was eating fish sticks. And ever since then, I'm really not a big fan of it. I'll go ahead and cut this one all the way down. If I don't use it all, that's fine. I can always have a fabric clip, but also I can use it in one of my quilts as a block. So, I got already loving today. He came up when I was doing I just got done cutting stuff. He came up snuggled on the table with me, and then rocked him for a little bit. He loves being rocked. Always has since he was. Yeah, he's the only cat we've ever had that liked being rocked, but he loves it. And he's a sweetheart. He's my baby boy. I was thinking, I just fell in love with him from the minute I saw him, And he's had my heart ever since. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep out one without the pinking shear edge for my center spine. Not that it matters, it really doesn't matter, but I just kind of easier for me to line up when it doesn't have that pinking edge on it. So all this we need to, so normally you should do your angles or your seams at an angle, and I'm not going to do that today because it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to put facing sides together. Let me get my glue.
What's wrong, baby?
Oh, nothing's wrong. I just need a piece of paper. Yeah. Here's one. Okay. Right facing each other. Yeah, I know Chelle's been wanting to do a Cardinal Journal for ages. Yeah, because we bought this fabric. It wasn't last year. It was
Had to be a year or two.
a year or two ago. So probably 2019, probably. To save time, I'm going to go ahead and try to do And also with this, I'm not going to worry. You know, my sewing machine's set at a 1/4 inch seam. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and set it at an 1/8. That way I can get as much fabric as I can to make it so. That way I'll go ahead. Don't think it's going to take, it may take, I don't know, it may take a little bit more, but we'll see. I could always take the leftover pieces I have, that 2-inch one for the spine. I could always cut and do a seam spine, but I really don't want to do that. I mean, I think if I absolutely had to, I would do it, but since I still have one more square left, I don't see the point in that yet. So, oops, did I make sure they're all lined up? Okay, let me take and move my stuff over here. So, not much is going on. Today is ink blender day. I gotta make blanks today. Also, with mine being so short, we decided to make our gifts for each other, you know, most of it. So I have Chelle's gift. She knows what it is, but she doesn't know all of it. And so part of it's a surprise, but I want to start wood burning it, and it's a cat. Let me show it to you real quick. So, yeah,
Her cat.
it's her cat, Miss Gracie Lynn, and you really can't see it. It has, I put it just a string, and I put a heart right here, and then I got it, I was watching one of the gals on Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube, and she said to print your patterns in sepia, because that would be the shade of a wood burner. So I was kind of drawing in the gray and stuff. I wrote gray and then the white and stuff. So her paw was different, and I had her flip the paw to make it for this one too, because it was very odd how it was positioned. I didn't really like it. It just didn't make sense to me. So, so that's her part of her Christmas gift. So I gotta work on it today too. I gotta get stuff done because we're having, well, they're having chicken and dumplings. I don't like chicken and dumplings.
Sis wanted it.
Sis wanted it, so
Homemade rolls.
yeah, homemade rolls. She loves them dumb rolls. She really don't say much about anything else except them stupid rolls. Oh, I don't care. Anything's fine, but as long as you're making rolls. So I don't like chicken and dumplings.
I
So
don't really know.
I do, and I don't. I've eaten them before.
You've never eaten mine.
So still gross. So I'm making homemade noodles for me. So instead of making just a one batch of egg noodles, I will be making an ungodly amount of noodles and freezing them. They're so nice too, because you put them in the vacuum seal bag. Where's my hole at? And if you guys have ever had grandma's noodles or frozen noodles, you can't just throw them in the thing frozen, because it just turns into one gigantic blob, you know. Well, with mine, you can do it that way. It actually, they just fall right apart. It's so nice. And they're so good with fresh eggs, you know, because we have chickens, so we have our own eggs. So, I'll be making a bunch of those. Probably about 4 batches or something, freezing them, because we don't eat them just for chicken noodle soup or turkey noodle soup. We also Sometimes we'll have a stroganoff, beef stroganoff, and instead of using just plain old egg noodles, we use my noodles. And then also, like I think I said yesterday, I bought some semolina flour. I have the industrial KitchenAid that I got for Christmas years ago. I love it, of course, and it you can buy a pasta maker. That's an extruder. I have the one that robles for it. That's what I use to make my noodles with. But this one actually extrudes the noodles, you know, the pasta. So I've never used it. I've been wanting to use it. I just never have. So I'm going to make noodles too. So they're going to be semolina noodles. Or pasta semolina. So I'm excited about that. And then also I've got to make bread. And you know, I've been using, we have a local mill here, bread flour, and my bread is not rising. It's driving me bonkers.
It's not the yeast.
It's not the yeast. We know it's not the yeast. The yeast is really good. Yeah, it's driving me bonkers. So, when I first started making noodles, I used King Arthur flour. And I went ahead and I bought a 5-pound bag of that, and they used to rise. You wouldn't believe how beautiful that bread was back then. So I'm really, what we have is good flour, but I really, I think the King Arthur did so much better. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and bake bread, because I think we've only got one homemade loaf left. I think.
Really?
Yeah, that's in the freezer, yeah.
Wow.
We go through it a lot. I love homemade bread, but my bread, you know, that artisan bread is Italian bread, and it doesn't make the best sandwiches. And I like a good peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter jelly or whatever. And if you guys notice the price of bread, it is outrageous how expensive.
It's like $5 a loaf.
Yeah, it's like almost $5 a loaf.
You can get cheaper.
You can get cheaper, but it's really cheaper. It's not. So I just would rather have my own bread. And the bread I made this time has milk in it, which milk actually makes your bread tender, or whatever, softer, or whatever you want to say. And I was using buttermilk, but we didn't have any buttermilk. I forgot to buy some. So I bought buttermilk powder when we were at the store. That's what I always used to use. And I'm hoping my bread will turn out better this time. But I mean, my stuff, it has very good flavor. It's very good bread. But yeah, just not that big. It's really crumbly. And I know if it's too wet, it will be that way. And so, you know, I'm trying to pay attention to how wet my dough is. But we'll see. So I've got a busy schedule week, yeah, because like I said, I got to work tomorrow, and I shouldn't have to work the rest of the week. With it being Christmas, most people aren't going to work anyway. So. Okay, so here's one of them. I'm trying not to. Huh?
So just our guy.
Yeah. I have two.
You had another one, didn't you?
Yeah, I have a few fast track tickets, 5 tickets, but then one of our regulars, he needed to locate. So, well, I'm going to come over Monday so I can do it Monday. So,
Wednesday's my ultrasound.
Yeah, Wednesday's
And
her
Grace's
ultrasound and Gracie Lynn's
checkup.
so please pray for her.
She's doing good.
She's doing really a lot better, thank God. I'm glad. Chelle keeps calling her, tells me to call her princess. I tell her to kiss my butt. I ain't calling that cat no princess.
But she is. She's not my princess.
Well, You call her princess in there, babe. She's a sweetheart, but she's definitely mama's cat. Boy, for the life of her, she was not going to take that stupid pill this morning. I tell you, I had to fight tooth and nail for her to get to swallow that dang thing. Oh.
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was seriously about 10 minutes. I'm thinking, doesn't this cat ever, and I even told her, I said, you know, Gracie Lynn, if you would just take your bloody pill and swallow it, it wouldn't be so traumatic for you and me. But she didn't seem to care about that, so needless to say, yeah, I'm so ready to get liquid. Yes, I am. I would say that's going to be big enough. Yay! So that means I don't have to use that one. So this is the last part. I mean, if I do need more, it's not that big of a deal. I know I have enough now. So where is there it is. Okay. Here is our panels. I am not going to, I will probably go ahead. Let me take my backing off my sticky crap here. Now we need to mark where my center is. This is a 14-inch one. I don't know what color I mark it with. So you guys can see that. Make sure you guys can see that. So, find the center. Obviously is 7 inches. It might be. Yeah, I did pretty good this time about getting it right on the money. So, for those of you who don't know, this is a heat erasable ink. I love these pens, they're so nice. I bought a few at our local quilt store, which we love dearly. They're just the sweetest people. But it's wider tip, and so that's kind of the drawback of it. But it works good. It's just a little bit wider. So what I'll end up doing is do a sew and flip on this one. And that would be this side. Do what, hon?
Oh, I'm talking to myself.
Talking to herself, guys. So, oh, now it's time for my. I did that, and I probably piece here. Turn back on my thing, my iron, so I'm just gonna do my best just to, I think that looks pretty, well, fairly good. So, get caught there. There we go. I think that's about right there. Okay, I'm quite okay with that piece. So, make sure there isn't any, because these are ones I used the last cover we had, so make sure I don't have any sticky crap on them. I'm gonna look at my two, the two panels and make sure, darn it, that I'll be okay as far as, okay, make sure my thing didn't slip. So, try not to get too much on the, because your baker's paper will transfer the sticky crap to it if you're not careful. So if I can do it like this, I'm hoping to not have that happen. Come this side. Doesn't have to be fully down. I just want to make sure that I'm able to, it didn't, you know, I can iron, once I do the sew and flip, I can iron it completely in the center. I won't risk having it on my iron. That's kind of a pain in the tuchus when that happens. So I do want to go over my two panels. I want to make sure that they're fairly straight. I did change my, yeah, see. What was I talking about? Oh well. I tell you.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Oh, no, it's not that. For some reason, I can't quite think what I was doing here. It should be fairly, but, you know, like I said, when you iron things, stuff happens. So, really want them to be the same. But see, this one's off already, because this one should be. So what I'm going to have to do is take, probably make sure that, see, if you look, they are actually right on the money as far as the seams. Trying to decide if, because this one is a little off. Might go ahead and come in. Let me see if my thing's dry yet so I can rip this off and not take any. Yeah, it's come a little bit off, but not too bad. So, okay, let me just grab my wood one instead of fighting that big one. Oh. Be glad to get my table organized. It's so unorganized. And so we know I have a 2-inch spine. So I did make sure, oh, that's what I was saying, sorry guys. I did make sure that my, boy, it came off right there. Height is 9 inches. These are cut at 9.5. I did all the ones I had, so I cut them all at 9.5. But when it all came out, this came out to be a 9-inch panel, and so I just went ahead and cut the book down to 9 inches. So it's 14 by 9. So, but this really, let me see, because you gotta have a 1/4 of an inch. So if I was to, pretty close once I iron it down. It'll be a little bit, I'm okay with that. What I'll do, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to come in and take just a little tiny bit off the inside of this. So I'm going to do that using this and my razor, or my rotary cutter, and I'm going to come in and pick on my Cardinal fabric a spot that will be maybe right there. No, that won't work. So I'm going to take off about, the panel side, or I'm going to take off 1/8 of an inch. This is what it's going to come out to. So on both of these, because I want them both the same, obviously. Like I said, as far as the rest of it, it is pretty close to being right. So put that here. If I was to, let me measure that. I want to make sure I get that, so, just shy of 1. Oh, that wasn't the side I had, was it? Okay. Let's see, right here it is, it's 1/8 over half. So I need 1 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 5/8. 1 and 5/8 is what I need. So I'm gonna come in here, find my 1 and 5/8, which should be right there. Okay, right there. And right here. And that is just right. So that will work perfect. Oh. Oh, that was the wrong side. Oh, no, it wasn't. That's fine. Doesn't really matter on that part. So let me come in now and let me straighten this out real quick. Like that, so I don't have to worry about fighting that. Cut the tab off. I tried to be really careful when I was cutting my interfacing. I wanted to make sure that I didn't, if I get in too big of a hurry, because these are two pieces of interfacing that are very thin, so I have to double them up. So I want to try very hard to make sure they lined up so they're almost perfect, but not quite. Which I'm quite okay with. Okay, so let's get these glued down. Turn down my iron. Not that big of a deal. So I think this is going to be so pretty. I'm really excited about it. I was thinking, I really like the idea of using this fabric as the spine. I think it's going to be neat. I think it's really going to add a touch to it instead of it just being a boring white. So, I wonder if we need to do that though. No, that's right. So, make sure here. Make sure. So what I'll do is, I know you guys have seen, this isn't exactly 9 inches tall. It's very close. It's just a shy under it, and it's okay. I'll just make sure I have it the same. So, okay. Now I need to take my ruler. I'm going to come in to a 1/4 inch because I can't use my seam guide doing this part. So get that part done. Where's my cap? There's my cap. I can only do one side at a time, so let me not worried about back stitching. You guys, I've said this over and over. I cannot back stitch on my machine. It breaks the thread. I can reverse the project, but it is not necessary on my covers because it's all sticky crap together. So once I run my iron over it, that takes care of it, secures all the stitches. Where's my magnet? Okay. Okay. So, try it. Once I get my table in order, I'll have better luck with my. Well, no, it's not that. It's just trying to, with the arm where, the camera arm where it is, I can't run my hand, oh shoot, my handle or it will, sorry, my needle just, or my thread just came out of it. I tell you. I know with this one, if you don't hold on to the thread and you try to, a lot of times it will suck the thread out of the needle. So I had thought I had a hold of it, but apparently I didn't. Well, some days I can thread this one so easy. Other days you have to fight. I do have a, I'll show it to you sometime. I have a needle threader for this, actually made by Singer. It's kind of neat, actually. I've never had to really use it. I bought it as more of a collection piece for it. There. Okay. I love doing the sew and flip. To me, it's so nice. You guys are having, like I said, hope you're having a good Monday. We all know how Mondays usually are.
That's the truth.
Hopefully it won't be for me.
Last Monday before Christmas.
Yeah, you realize, yeah. A few more days, huh, guys? Not too much longer. What, 6 days? Hard to believe it's almost Christmas and almost the end of the year. Had decided to let one of our locates go. It's the one that I'm always doing, and that is really hard on me. And we decided that I'm not going to be doing it anymore. So pray that I have the words to tell her that, because
She's one that kind of.
she depends on us, and you know I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and. Wow, that really shortened it a lot. I didn't think it shortened it that much. Huh. Dang it. Look at that, hon.
What? Yeah, but won't you have enough with the...
Not if I don't know. It's alright, I'll figure out a way to do it. So, let me, I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. I'm going to go ahead and glue the other one on real quick and then go from there. Dang it. Can't believe it's that short. But, yeah, it's alright. If I'd known that, I would have done 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So, So, yeah, so we decided, you know, I was telling Chelle this morning, and, you know, it won't take much for me to slip or something, because it's a cow place. I mean, it's what it used to be was a bull testing place. It's the old Fort Lewis back from the 1800s. So we decided it's just gonna have to do it. Just gonna have to do it. Not. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna leave eventually, so it don't matter if it's today or a year from now. I still am leaving, so it's just best to go ahead and say, you know, I just can't do it anymore. It's that one place I've told you guys about, and where sometimes I'll just end up walking like, you know, just hours, and
Well, don't really talk about that.
just, you know, there's just a lot there. I mean, the things back from the 1800s, there's so much crap in the ground, it's ridiculous. So it's always been a stressful job. But, you know, I know they depend on us, but Chelle depends on me too. So, trying to make sure I have this about, looks pretty close about, you know, I think that will be, let's see, yeah. But it's time. I just can't keep doing this, so I'll go ahead. I could go ahead and pull this piece up and do 1/8 of an inch. That would give me a little bit. I might just gonna do that. I'm just gonna do 1/8 of an inch seam on this. Because it is short. I really thought I had it measured better than that. Kind of took me for a surprise. So let me sew this in, and then I'm going to take the stitches out on that one. Won't take me but a few minutes to do it, and I just think it would be the best thing to do. It's a little off on this glue part, so let me try to. Okay, guys. Yeah. I don't know if I didn't take into account, you know, I did take that 1/8 of an inch off, but it still would have been a little short, so I think I'm doing the right thing just by doing an 1/8 inch seam instead. Yeah, so I think that wood burning is going to be really neat for Honey Bunny. Okay, I had my somewhere. I have my seam ripper somewhere. Not necessary. Okay. Let me pause it. I'll be right back. I think it's in the kitchen. Okay, got that done just right. Now Pard's up, so hopefully he'll lay on my rocker and not bug me until I'm done. But
How's that gonna work for you?
it is Pard, and I'm not 100% sure it's gonna work. So I know Pard. Biddy, I'm kind of busy right now, sweetie. I know he just woke up. He does that. He wakes up and then he misses me, so he starts yelling, starts talking. It's really cute, but he's just so attached. I feel so bad that he's just that attached, but nothing really we can do about that. He's my baby. And partner, Artie has a tendency to kind of doesn't mean to, you know, he's not being mean or anything. He wants to be with me too, but the part kind of gets a little irritated every now and then. So I'm still going to be short, but I'm okay. You know what? That's fine. Imagine once I get the binding done, that should be fine. Need my in here, so should defuzz everything. Yeah, I forgot about having chicken and dumplings because I was thinking, well, we didn't get a turkey when we were there.
Yeah,
But I forgot
we. Enough turkey lately, haven't you?
I like turkey or ham,
well,
you know.
Me too, but
yeah, after a while
so
it just it does, yeah. We actually got 2 chickens we should be cooking right now.
Well, it's only 9:30, 9:45.
So that oughta. I just want to make sure that my binding will cover it. That's the only issue I'm worried about. You know, I just make sure my binding will. And I can do it. Just, yep. Okay. That one's right. There we go. Okay. For the most part, should be pretty good. Try not to distort my panel, you know. That looks pretty good. What do you think, hon?
Hold on. Oh, it's gorgeous. What do you think?
I like it. Well, I really think that looks nice myself.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's good. Okay, now we got, where did I put this? I ironed my inside fabric. Oh well. So, let's see, this is, I thought this was a directional fabric, but it really isn't. So, trying to make sure I won't get, try not to cut off the cardinal's head and stuff as best I can. But, so, make sure. Okay. Down my iron. I don't need it that high now. So. Wait. What goes for? I cut that piece off. Oh, some days. Oh, duh.
Probably at an hour.
Yeah. Let me show you real quick how I start the binding, and then I'll pause the video and get the binding all done, and then I will show you how to put it on. You guys have seen me bind, so I don't know if it's necessarily you have to see it. But, Okay. Okay, I need this. I need my water. And, okay. So. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Need me to come and rescue ya? Big is talking of a storm. She woke up really early this morning. Hold on. Okay. Okay, guys. Let me do it this way. So now you gotta fold your
Could you? No.
binding
Oh,
in
okay.
half is
Sorry,
the
guys.
way I do it. So.
I am in the middle of creating. Go away.
Not the biggest fan of the pinking edge. I think it's a pain when you come to use it.
No, go away.
They do have a tool for this, binding tool, but it wasn't in my thing, so I have to do it by hand. And it really doesn't bother me to do it by hand. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I imagine if you were doing a lot of it, you would get old in a hurry, but for covers, I'm really not having to do very much, that's for sure.
Couldn't find your thing?
No, I can't. I don't know where
Sure
it is.
it's not.
Yeah, it's not in there, honey. I've taken everything out of my Rubbermaid.
That's so bizarre.
Yep, I don't know. Not too worried about wetting it or anything. So, I'm going to do this. Let me pause it because we're really short on time and I really want to get it all done. So, okay, I got it folded in half. So now, got to fold it this way. This is really where it gets to be kind of a pain to do it. Use a little water. Get it before it goes up. It's really hard to get it right in the center each time. You can just... So this is definitely the time-consuming part of it. The half isn't hard, it's folding it again. It's the pain in the butt. So that's what I'm doing, and then I'll fold it this in half. So let me get this one done and I'll be right back. Hey guys, okay. I've got it folded in half. Tell you, that is time consuming, guys, but it is pretty. And so let me finish this. I am going to hold off binding. I really got other stuff to do. It's not that important, it is, but I really got stuff to do. And so I'm going to end up this will be the end for this. I'll show you what it looks like before I let you guys go. I am going to do a fabric flip. Chelle said, well, why don't you just do one more video and have a, you know, a flip with it or something like that. So that is what I'm going to do. So I divided this, not divided, I halved it again. So it's probably roughly a 1/2 inch, probably just a tiny, no, it's right at a 1/2 inch. So
That is gorgeous.
it is really pretty. So let me show it to you real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. Because this one's going to take a while. I have to use clips, and it's just, so this is what it's going to look like.
Oh, that is stunning.
So this is what it's going to look like, guys. Get it all glued down. I think it's beautiful. I think it's going to be amazing when it's done. I'm really excited about it. So, guys, please give the video a thumbs up and please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for all those who are new members of our YouTube family. We do appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch us. That really does mean a lot. Once again, please keep Lorene and Scott in your prayers. I don't remember. I was just trying to remember how much time she told me he had. But, you know, it depends on, it's such a rare cancer. And then on top of it, it's such a rare cancer that it's not been researched that much. So, you know, the treatment isn't up to par as with some of the other ones. But there will be experimental, so hopefully. So please keep them in your prayers. And once again, please be with the ones that are affected with the weather, Lord. Thank you for visiting our home. Our rat's nest is what we call it. And we will see you in the next visit. Bye, guys. Tudzines, everyone.
Tudzines.